People who are abandoned by their parents, how did you cope? I was 7 when my mom just didn't come home one day. I remember sitting at the kitchen table with my homework spread out, waiting for her to help me with my spelling words like she always did. My dad kept calling her phone, but it just went to voicemail. At first, we thought maybe something happened, like an accident. But then we found the note. She wrote that she couldn't do this anymore and that she needed to find herself, whatever TF that means when you have a child. My dad tried his best. He really did. But he was always working these long shifts, and I could tell he was struggling. He started drinking more, leaving me with our neighbor Molly, who was nice, but had like 4 kids of her own, so I was just kind of there. Then when I was 12, he just left too. Dropped me off at Molly's one morning before work and never came back. Left a voicemail for Molly saying he was sorry, but he couldn't handle it anymore, and that he'd arranged for his sister Annabelle to come get me. So yeah, both parents gone before I even hit middle school. Cool. Aunt Annabelle was complicated. She took me in, but made it very clear it was out of obligation, not love. She had this way of looking at me like I was a puzzle she couldn't solve. Like, what is wrong with this kid that both her parents would leave? And TBH, I wondered the same thing. I started thinking I must be fundamentally broken somehow. Like there must be something about me that was so awful that not one, but 2 parents decided, nah, I'm good, and just bounced. I coped by becoming invisible. Literally tried to take up as little space as possible. Never asked for anything. Got straight A's. Kept my room spotless. Never had friends over, just tried to be so perfect that nobody would have any reason to leave me again. When I was like 15, I went through this phase where I was obsessed with finding them. Spent hours online searching social media, people finder websites, anything I could think of. I found my mom's Facebook eventually. She was living in Arizona with some guy, had 2 more kids, looked happy. I messaged her, but she never responded. My dad was harder to find, no social media presence. Aunt Annabelle wouldn't talk about him. It was like he'd vanished. I started acting out in high school. Nothing major, just stupid stuff. Skipping classes, talking back, staying out past curfew. Part of me wanted Aunt Annabelle to kick me out too, just to prove my theory that I was fundamentally unlovable. But she didn't. She'd just sigh and say, "Is this really who you want to be?" Which somehow hurt worse. College was when things started to shift for me. I met this professor in my psychology class who specialized in childhood trauma. She recommended this book about abandonment, and I literally stayed up all night reading it. And there was this one line that just broke me. It said, children who are abandoned don't wonder what's wrong with the parent who left. They wonder what's wrong with themselves. And I just sat there crying because that was exactly what I'd been doing my whole life. Blaming myself, thinking I was broken, when really they were the broken ones. They were the adults who couldn't handle their responsibilities. They were the ones who failed, not me. Last year, I finally found my dad. He was living in this small town about 2 hours away, working at a gas station. I drove there not really knowing what I was going to do or say, just sat in my car watching him for like an hour. He looked old, tired, nothing like the dad I remembered. I didn't approach him, just drove home.